Um, the scratches, that is what we call now, oftentimes, those are signs of oppression, attacks on the body. Okay? So scratches in any part of the body where the person is unaware when he wakes up, um, he finds scratches on himself or herself. Now, I am assuming what you're saying is that the person does not scratch himself unaware, no? Because that is a possibility that you scratch yourself unaware, thinking, and then you wake up thinking that it is somebody else. So if you find that you have a scratch at your back and you can never reach your back, so you can assume that you had this. Now, succubus, incubus attacks is an attack on a person. So a woman that is attacked in her dreams is called an incubus. And a man that is attacked in his dreams is called a succubus. Why in his dreams? Because he's not aware. But sometimes one is also aware that he is being sexually attacked. So when one is sexually attacked, spirits do not have sex. Evil spirits do not have sex. So even a woman might experience being attacked by a male demon, but she can also be attacked by a female demon, a demon that pretends to be female, or a demon that pretends to be male. In the same token, that men can also be sexually attacked, meaning they experience that they are being sexually harassed or raped in that context, and they could not move, they are paralyzed. We call this night terrors, that the person cannot do anything, as if being paralyzed. And the person, the attacking evil spirit, would probably appear first and foremost, first as a beautiful woman or handsome man, and then seduce the person, and the person would eventually give in to the seduction and then start to do things, sexual acts. But then once the person is they're already doing it, the demon manifests itself as a demon or as a monster. So those are succubus attacks and incubus attacks. Now, when you ask, why does that occur? How does that occur? If the house that the person lives in is infested by evil spirit, or that in the house where that occurred, the house has been used for evil purposes like orgies, sexual deviation, drug abuse, for example, or even for infidelities, perversities, then the house has been contaminated by a lustful spirit, which may affect a person that is sensitive or vulnerable if the person sleeps there. Okay, so that does happen. And when you ask why some persons are affected, in our experience, oftentimes, if this occurs on a regular basis on a person, it is possible that the person had been sexually molested in the past by a human being. So the vulnerability is now there because of the emotional trauma. So this is what we often see in cases of frequent succubus or incubus attacks. And this can happen to anyone. It can happen to regular persons. It can happen to religious men. It can happen to religious women. So it's because it is rooted in the traumatic experience. So if a person had traumatic experience that is connected sexually, then it is possible that the incubus and succubus attacks are connected with that.